Hello everyone, welcome to the Freestyle Grand Slam Chess Tour of 2025, and this is where the real chess fun begins because this is a variant of chess where the backrank pieces have been shifted to some different positions, have some different castling rules over here, and this is done for both the parties just to avoid any theoretical battle where this huge grandmasters who are 2700, 2800 rated, who have memorized theories to remove all that part and to say ki now you have to play real chess without any opening ideas and let's see how can you play. And this is really interesting because this is right now a third day and Magnus Carlsen has already lost many games over here. And how did he lose against Fabiano? We are going to see that, analyze that. And this is where the fun begins with d4. Fabiano plays d4 saying ki, I'm going to open my bishop. So there is no opening idea. So Magnus says ki, yeah, I'm going to open my bishop too. And now the knight has been developed. Magnus Carlsen is here trying to maybe feature to the bishop, maybe trying to create some sort of queen's gambit kind of structure over here. And look at this, how castling looks such a great move over here, such a cute move over here. And now this, look at this. Just the Akshay Kumar meme. That is the kind of thing it is happening over here. And now this people can anyway play this and open up this cornered bishop over here. And what happened to my chair? Okay. And just a very weird thing happened to my chair. And now Fabiano develops this bishop over here. And Magnus Carlsen develops his bishop over here, saying ki this is attack over here. So very well protected, not an attack over here. If you try to move this pawn, this is an attack on this rook. And now Magnus has to do something. But Fabiano has to do something over here of his position. So what he says ki, yeah, I can do that anyway. But first let me open my bishop over here for this diagonal. And now Magnus tries to protect it. Why? Because it was hanging. This pawn was hanging. And it was attacked twice. So he is the greatest player of all time. He's not going to hang pawn in the opening phase of the game. And now Fabiano solves this issue of over here, trying to move this f rook to the e file, and now the e4 push is going to be valid over here. This happens, knight develops over here. Now this f rook comes to over here, and now this is very valid push. So before this push comes, Magnus says, I'm going to attack in the center, and now your bishop is hanging. What are you going to do? Are you going to move your bishop over here? Okay, you can take this, but it is going to be equal. But suppose your bishop is hanging, so you need to move your bishop from here. And Fabiano plays here a move. You have to find which is the best position for your bishop. So take 5 seconds. So the best move for your bishop here is just f4. You don't have to move your bishop. And that is what was played in the game. So you say, what? Isn't this bishop hanging? Yeah, it is hanging, but your queen is also hanging. And you have to sacrifice multiple materials over here. And now, okay, you say something like this. No, I'm going to go for this. This is very well protected. You cannot even take this because this is like chess 960. And this bishop usually don't occur over here. And now this is a very, bad position for you. And this is also going to happen. So first of all, you need to move your queen. This queen is going to come over here. And this is just going to be crazy, having two pawns in the center like this, rook over here, queen over here, bishop sniping over here, and this is just not going to happen. So that's the reason why you cannot take that. But so what happens? Magnus is trying to build this whole structure over here. And now he's trying to break what is happening over here. He tries to break the Fabiano's thing over here. Fabiano tries to do a thing which is called as sorting out the things here. And now Magnus is trying to attack here, trying to build all the huge Great Wall of China over here, and this happens. So this is not usually needed to be happen. Or you can play something like this also. But yeah, then Magnus would try to attack over here. Same that happens with the game. He would have moved. Fabiano might have moved something like this, and now you have to decide that. Okay, if suppose Magnus takes this bishop, now there is the same threat over this queen. But do you take this pawn with a knight or this pawn with a knight? So if you say this pawn with a knight, you have been blundered. Congratulations, because this push is coming and this knight is very well protected over here. So this is not what is going to happen. But if suppose this should be happening, so after this, okay, same idea. But now do you take with the queen? Do you take with the pawn? What do you take it with? This is the most important part of the chess because this is Fisher random and you need to understand these things. And now you know that this is coming. So whatever it is coming, it should be in very urgent move. So now either you have to move your knight or you have to lose your queen. And that is just going to be bad. So this is why you need to look at this all stuff in such kind of game. And after this, what happens in this game is this knight comes over here and they are trying to sort the things out. And now here Fabiano says, ki, I don't like your structure over here. Let's break it off. And now Maggie brings his knight over here trying to attack his queen, but it is just very simple. You're going to move your queen and you cannot move your knight because this is hanging always. So he tries to go for the same. But here, Magnus tries to trade all the thing off by sacrificing his rook, saying "Ki now we are going to go for an endgame. This endgame, but which is losing for Magnus. But Magnus is well famous for converting and losing endgame. You can play something like this if suppose you can here also. Okay, first of all, it's a black move. So what else can he can play something like this. And now suppose you play something like this. After this, you can try to play something like this. If bishop comes over here, you can move this over here. This is very well protected. This is under attack. And if you try to move this pawn is going to come in, and this is just trying winning for white anyways. So what happens here is, okay, this move. Before here, I have a very interesting thing for you. Suppose in this position, not this position. Okay, in this position, instead of taking this, Magnus Carlsen would have played this. Okay, yeah, this is a bad move. I can understand, but for you to identify why it is a bad move, yeah, you can take this definitely. But apart from taking it, there is a mate in 4 over here. Can you identify that mate in 4? Take your 5 seconds. Oh, yeah. That is a great. Yeah, I don't know whether you have heard it or not, but someone is running FZ5 behind here and they're just trying to boom that stuff over here. And this is just irritating. Okay, so the mate here is knight f6. Check. And now you cannot move your king anywhere, so you have to take this. And this is very forced line. So after this, the bishop is the only way to block it. And after this, there is no way to protect this mate in 1. Yeah, this could have also happened, but that is the reason, you understand you cannot play this move right now. And he has to sacrifice this knight for this rook. And then you have to trade this all. That is the reason why you know now why this thing happened over here. And now, what happened in this position is Fabiano calculates very greatly, and he's well known for what his calculation skills are. He just moves his, and I don't know why did Magnus played this move after like 1 minute. He was maybe trying to create some sort of attack by surprising him, trying to move this loss this knight. But this is not going to happen. Fabiano can just take this pawn, and now Magnus takes this pawn over here. Fabiano takes this pawn over here, and the purpose for taking this is just pushing this pawn and just promoting. There is no other move over here. Magnus is just trying to do something, and now this pawn moves, and you have to do something over here. Magnus tries to protect this from something like this, but this pawn moves anyways, and now you have to sacrifice your knight someday. But before that, Magnus tries to go something like this, think if he hangs his knight, I can promote here. But no, this guy is not going to hang his knight. And anyways, you cannot take it because after even taking that, you cannot promote over here. And you just, if you push, he's going to take it. This is this is just bad for you. So now Magnus has to sacrifice his knight. He takes his knight and he tries to develop his pawn over here, trying to queen itself. But this bishop just moves, and now this pawn is hanging. You cannot even do this. So Magnus tries last option to somehow support this pawn, but it is to of no avail because Fabiano plays this move, and after this, this and this, there is no way that you're going to promote this, and Fabiano is going to win this endgame up a bishop. And now this is where, not here, this is where Magnus Carlsen resigned. And Fabiano won his game against Magnus Carlsen. And to your surprise, I'm going to say you, this is maybe the third day, I guess, of this Freestyle Grand Slam chess tour. And Magnus has lost like 2 games. And this is just crazy because Magnus usually doesn't lose these games. And just very interesting to see how the greatest player of all time can also lose in this sort of variant of chess. And this is where the real fun is. And we are going to look at every game which is going to happen here, every game which is supposedly very critical and which has a lot of great moves. We are going to analyze everything. And for now, I hope you love this video. Share to the people who watch us chess. Love you, take care, and kalji ka bhavannu.